In this video, we're going to talk about the importance of being able to pull the trigger when buying a house here in Nashville. Check it out. Hi, I'm Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I am a native Nashvillian, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. In this video, I know, with so many people moving here to Nashville, I know it's a big decision, especially for a lot of people who are uprooting from where they grew up at or where they've been for a long time, and they're moving to Nashville. And 9 times out of 10, people move to Nashville for some new job opportunity or business opportunity. I know there's a lot of decisions you have to make when you're making a big move like that to a whole new city, to a whole new state. But in this video, I need to talk to you about why you need to be able to pull the trigger on a lot of big decisions quickly if you're moving to Nashville. I say this because there's several reasons in the Nashville real estate market where you got to be able to pull the trigger. You got to be able to make a decision and love that decision and run with it. Otherwise, you will never be able to get a house of your own here in Nashville. We have very limited inventory in Nashville. I know there's plenty of places around the country where they may be in a buyer's market where they've got 3, 4, 5, 6 months worth of inventory, where there's 5 or 6 houses for every buyer. That is not the case here in Nashville. While we are not selling as fast as we were maybe last spring or the spring before that, where houses only lasted a couple of hours on the market, we're still seeing most of our properties are going under contract at about the 30-day mark or less. We can look at a neighborhood, we can look at a house in any neighborhood and almost tell you what day it'll go under contract because we do our homework. And we know this market here. I can't tell you about nowhere else. I can't tell you about East Tennessee. I can't tell you about West Tennessee. I can't tell you about Kentucky. I can't tell you about Alabama. Only thing I can do is tell you about the Nashville market. And I can almost pinpoint the day that a house will go under contract. And let me also say this. If you like it, believe me, somebody else is liking it too. You have to be able to pull the trigger or you will never get a house here in Nashville. I have 3 clients right now who have had this same experience. They've come to Nashville. Maybe even some of them have come to Nashville multiple times. And they've looked at property. And we've shown them property that meets their criteria. Whether it's square footage, it's location, price range, all of that. So once we've shown these clients all of the inventory that meets their needs, it may only be at the most maybe 10 houses. And that's very generous. Most of the time it's only like 3 or 4 houses at the most that meet their criteria on paper. But we've shown them all these houses and then they will not or cannot pull the trigger. Either they keep waiting on, I like it. I really do like it, but I want to see what else comes up on the market. This is a question I've posed to several clients over the past few weeks. What if nothing else comes up on the market? I'm just telling you. Again, the prime spring, summer market is over in Nashville. We are in this. I am shooting this on August the 1st. Some kids went back to school today. I know a lot of schools around here, around Middle Tennessee, start like August 10th, August 12th, whatever date that is, the 15th, something like that. They start the second week of August. I don't have kids in school anymore. My youngest is almost 21, so I don't have kids in public school anymore, so I don't keep up with it as much as I used to. But all I'm saying to you is the spring, summer market is over. There are going to be everybody likes to be moved and in place before school starts. Because, people don't like to move their kids in the middle of the school year or disrupt this or disrupt that. Okay. So that's what happens. So the few influx of listings that we had, that's over with. You're not going to see that. We do not see a lot of listings come on the market in August, September, October, November, or December. January, we don't. We're starting our slowdown season. So if you saw something that you liked in July, 9 times out of 10, it is not there now. It is sold. So whatever you see now in August or September, you need to be prepared to pull the trigger and make an offer. I've had 2 this week who came in and looked at property. I knew exactly which one would work for them. Oh, we want to wait. We want to think about it. Okay. All right. My advice is always pray over it for a night and then bust a move in the morning. Because that's just how fast our market moves. And each one of these properties had been on the market for approximately 30 days. When each client got home, they called back 2-3 days later and said, yeah, let's make an offer on that one. You know what I'm talking about? That one. And guess what? They were under contract. They missed out. It's gone. There's nothing else I can tell you. It's gone. It's under contract. Somebody else bought it. Somebody else pulled that trigger. And then they seem so devastated. Oh, I can't believe it's gone. I can't tell you, but so many times, if you can't pull the trigger, you gonna miss out. You need to just go get you a rental for a year or two and do that, because this market is not gonna wait on you. This is Nashville. You know what? I wish we had a more balanced market. I really do. Because this is still a hard market, especially for a buyer, because you have to be prepared to pull that trigger. I give people the example all the time. When me and my husband bought this house, this was in 2016, okay? This one, it was still moving in hours. Properties was gone within hours. I know, me being a realtor, and I look at property all the time and everything. So a lot of houses, my husband would get frustrated because I tell him, okay, we're going to go look at houses today. We pull up. I'd be like, we ain't even got to get out because I don't like it. Because I know what the inside, I know the layout. He's all frustrated because I didn't let him see nothing. Because I know I'm not wasting my time. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not wasting my time. If I pull up and the outside wasn't well kept and all this stuff, they didn't have no curb appeal, all this. I was a buyer, so I'm gonna be just like my buyer. I'm not going in it. What am I wasting my time for? What? I'm not wasting my time. I don't have that type of time to waste. Okay. So when this house came up on the MLS on a Friday, I went in there to my husband and I said, look at here. We need to go look at this house. And if it's what I think it is and we like it, I need to know that we can pull this trigger and write this offer, because it's going to move fast. My husband's like, well, we'll see. I said, no, I don't want a we'll see, maybe, nope. You going to have to say, yes, we can pull that trigger, because otherwise we wasting our time. We do not have time for this. I'm telling you, this is how fast the market moves. Again, I wish it wasn't this way, but it is. Okay. So long story short, they had an open house on Sunday. We came, As soon as I walked in the door, I said, this is it. I talked to the agent who was here doing the open house. I said, what I need to do, I already got my pre-approval letter. Here's an earnest money check. I'm gonna digitally sign this contract right now, and I'll email it to you right now. What let's wrap this up. That's how quick it went. The house was on the market for 3 days, and we bought it. But you know what? We weren't even the first offer on the house. There was one that was made on Saturday. The house came out on the market on a Friday. They got an offer on Saturday, but theirs was contingent upon selling a house. We didn't have any house to sell. We didn't have any house to sell. We were coming out of a rental situation. That super high rent that I talked about in a previous video, I've talked about several times. My rent was going from $1,540 to $1,870. Can I tell you that my house payment was way less than that $1,870? I couldn't afford to rent. I just couldn't afford to rent no more. So we pulled the trigger and we got that house. If you're not prepared to pull the trigger here in Nashville, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Because again, we have a shortage of inventory. We have an abundance of buyers. So if you see something that 70% works for you, that checks off 70% of the boxes, it's a 7 out of 10, maybe even an 8. If you get an 8, you're wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have to pull the trigger or you will not get anything. I know you've made decisions about moving to Nashville, but you got to make the decision to pull the trigger if you want to be a homeowner in Nashville or if you want to deal with that high rent. That's all there is to it. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I am a native Nashvillian, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. Now, if you would like help with trying to find your new home here in the Nashville area, I would be glad to help you. You can email me, you can call me. My number is 615-554-0832. I do answer my phone. If I miss you, I will call you back. So be expecting my call back if you don't get me on the first time you call, because I pride myself on returning my phone calls. So if you want to search the Nashville MLS, please feel free to download the Home Scout app and use my VIP code 0832. Thank you again for watching this video, and please subscribe to the channel as I will be adding more videos in the coming days. And as always, thank you and have a blessed day.